Hello everyone, and welcome to the Wonder of Star Wars The Old Republic, episode number 38. For those of you joining us for the very first time, this is a series where I play my Sith Inquisitor, Javiik, through the storyline, as well as talking about the game and his story. If you want to go back and watch the very first episode instead of jumping in at episode 38, check the link of this video, check the description for a link to a series playthrough where you can start at episode 0. For those of you who are rejoining us, welcome back! It's actually a double welcome back for you guys this time because I accidentally played an entire episode. As you can see, we're somewhere very different than where we left off, but due to recording issues, it did not record. The good news is it was kind of mostly side quests, nothing very interesting, a lot of me wandering around the desert trying not to get lost. But we did have a small update about that Sith we were going to help find lost Zerka things in the desert, and for that we went to go visit him, and this is what the quest says to go continue it. You found Darth SWTOR before he succumbed to his injuries. He told you that the paintings in the cave will show the way to the Zerka base. Find the mural within the Jorosh Spirit Cave in Jundland. So we found out there's going to be some secret cave paintings that will lead us to where we want to go deep in the Tatooine desert. And that is the quest we are about to go jump right into. As far as Star Wars news goes, Star Wars The Old Republic news, there is not a lot of news. We are mostly waiting for the summer player versus player update, which should be coming in July. At the time of recording this, it's June, and we're almost there. There's going to be quite a few updates, all centered around player versus player content that has been neglected for a while, so I'm more than happy to wait to have those come out on time. What I'm really excited about is there's going to be a new stronghold called the Rishi Stronghold. If you've never seen it before, Rishi is a pirate haven, and Rishi has actually existed long before this game. I've mentioned I'm reading a book called the Dark Forces Trilogy, sometimes known as the Thrawn Trilogy, and it actually has the planet Rishi in the book, and it's mentioned as a kind of hideaway place for well, for criminals. So what's going to be really cool about that stronghold is it's not only for PvPers. From what I understand, you'll be able to get it even if you don't PvP, but it's going to have a lot of features that are really great for those who like dueling with friends, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the unique stuff it has to offer. From the little bits and teases they've said in interviews and stuff like that, it sounds like it's going to be pretty cool, and it sounds like they're going to be doing a preview of it very soon, so I'm hoping to be able to review it for you guys very soon. Likely just from the footage I will get from the live stream. And I think there's going to be an open public test server, which is something they haven't done for a very long time. So a PTS, or a public test server, sometimes the PTS also means private test server, a little awkward sometimes with that acronym. It means that when there's a public test server, anyone who's a subscriber can go check out that test server. You get to see things and test things and try things out even before they make it into the actual game. Oh my god, I'm probably gonna die. This is not good. Where's my shields? I don't know if I can kill him before he kills me. Oh no, Javiik! Oh, we can shock him at least. Oh, we're gonna make it. Oh, yes. Oh, Javiik, you're so powerful, even without your new companion. Andronikos Rebel, who is our new buddy. We no longer will have Kemval with us, but if you guys really want Kemval, I'll bring him back. But usually when I play, I tend to bring along whatever companion I got most recently, because they're the ones who are most likely to talk when you're wandering around the world, or have commentary during the quests. Oh, this is our mural. That's cool. That's not what I was expecting. I was expecting a cave painting. After recording image of the Sand People mural, it would be easy to destroy the piece and prevent anyone else from viewing it. Vandalize the mural. Leave it alone. Ooh, that's a really hard Javiik choice. So I'm assuming obviously vandalizing it is bad because you're destroying a priceless piece of Sand People art. that has probably a lot of meaning to both them and to archaeologists in the future, but leaving it alone means that someone might come across it and sabotage Javiik's plan. As far as cultural preservation and stuff like that, I feel like Javiik's maybe too young and doesn't have a huge amount of experience in how important it can be to preserve these types of things. And he doesn't see it as something that's maybe a treasure or something to be valued. He's just like, it's just a freaking map on the wall. So unfortunately for Javiik, he's gonna vandalize it just to cover his own butt. Not in a malicious way, just in a, it makes sense to do this, I guess. There's no reason not to destroy this, right? Javiik, you are a horrible archaeologist and anthropologist. You are absolutely fired. And this is why Lord Zash will always be the master. Oh, that's awesome. Fire, fire, fire. That was a very interesting decision. I'm curious what other type of Sith Inquisitors would make of it. For example, my past Sith Inquisitor, she was absolutely crazy, but she was very interested in the arcane arts of the alchemy of the Sith and all that. And she probably would have preserved it just so she could come back to it later and probably steal it or something. I don't know. Steal it and put it on her own wall. So what else is going on in Star Wars The Old Republic news? There is, like I said, we're mostly just, giant Great Dragon Skull. Awesome. Waiting for that PvP update, which is not too far on the horizon there. And I think in the past I was talking about there was a bunch of payment issues for both subscriptions and for cartel coins. I thought they had fixed them, but it turns out that nope, they're still broken and people are still reporting issues. So if you've tried to subscribe to the game recently or tried to buy cartel coins recently and it didn't work, or things are being really weird or acting very strange, just contact customer support. And if you're contacting customer support about anything, whether it's a bug or something related to payment or really anything, they're probably really swamped right now. So I would suggest have more patience than you would normally. Like, don't expect a fast reply because they're just like probably tearing out their hair trying to fix these payment issues or whatever exactly is wrong. Oh, this is just a bonus quest. I don't need to finish this. I really like this area. Quite a few, this is kind of just a little hidden away area for some of the quests. Quite a few other quests lead you this way too. Let's see, where are we going? Yeah, we've still got lots of quests out in the open world now. Tatooine is absolutely enormous. It's just huge. Like, I'm in a smaller area and I feel like I've been here like 3 episodes so far, and I've just barely left the base. Like I said, I even did another one that you guys didn't get to see. I found, I think, another heroic and another side quest in the base part that I accidentally missed. So what am I? I am level 42, and I will have the ability, a normal free-to-play player would be able to get to 50, but I got like a free promotional unlock that was available to any players at the time who wanted it, who used the special code. So now I can get to level 60 and I'll be able to play the first 2 expansions, but it's going to be really weird because I'm going to be playing them as a free-to-play player. I'm still not going to have any of the perks or anything like that, so it's going to be, we're going to have an interesting time whenever we get to those. So what am I looking forward to? I am really still looking forward to Star Wars Celebration 2019. I've mentioned it a bit in this series so far, but I'm like trying to think of all the cool things I can do while I'm there. Maybe see if I can arrange some Star Wars The Old Republic related stuff, kind of daydreaming over going to the official community event. It's almost a year away, but I'm still really looking forward to it. Oh, Dubex! Be free, beasts! Be free! Oh, I did have a question for you guys, so you don't have to pause the video or anything. Just answer in the comments below. It should keep playing. But would you guys have any interest in a Javiik fan fiction? I don't really writing is not really my thing. Like, I'm not a horrible writer, but it's not like my passion by any means. But I was kind of curious if I should, like, since I have so many notes about what his story is and where I think his story could go in the future, would you guys have any interest in reading something like that if I got someone to write it for me? Like someone who's a skilled writer? I have a couple of people in mind I was thinking of contacting, like, hey, do you want some cartel coins if you write about Kitty Cat? I don't know. They would probably want real money. I would guess I would probably give them that instead. I like this little cage. Oh, it's a dewback farm. Hey, Javiik, we're gonna. How much is the dewback mount on the GTN? Probably quite a bit. We could get one for free right here. We just have to use the old 5 furry finger discount. What has been going on in Star Wars news? Not a lot since Solo came out, and I already told you everything I thought about that last episode. Oh, I freaking need to finish this heroic, darn it. I think this is the one I picked up on the missing episode, and I kept walking away from it thinking it was finished, but I never quite finished it. So I need to kill 2 more exchange forces. I would have thought those two people by the dewback cage would have counted, but I guess not. You can? Let's find out.
Okay?
Oh, what have I been up on to in my main account? I have been, last week I finished up really gearing the heck out of my character. I started it a few weeks ago, but then I was still missing a bunch of mods and enhancements, like augments, stuff like that. So I now, I spent probably, I don't know, probably something along the lines of 10 to 15 million credits. I was just like, I don't want to work for any of this gear. I want to just have a friend craft it for me. And I gave them enough credits to buy whatever materials they needed, plus a very hefty bonus cash, because obviously you got a tip. You don't leave your crafter in the lurch. Did we get him? Oh, we got 7 out of 8. Maybe he'll count. I wonder if we can, I wish so badly that you could have a companion that's set as DPS while you're fighting and set as heals while you are just running around, so they could heal you up in between fights without having to stop and do your little stance healing. So now my gear on my trooper is freaking awesome. I even have some set bonuses too, I think. Just not the best set bonuses in the game or anything.
Without the support of the exchange,
242.
this planet will be swearing allegiance to the Emperor before you can say aerial bombardment.
242, and I think the best augments are what I have right now. Not that I'm doing a lot with them. I kind of had the vague idea that I might try out Master Mode chapters, story chapters, because those are something that are supposed to be very difficult and I haven't tried out yet. But my playtime is often very limited. Like on Javiik, I can often kind of start and stop. I play about an hour every time I play him, and if I'm in the middle of a quest, I can just finish it up, no worries, and then I can log off. But in the story chapters, I don't know. I'm not sure quite what happens if you log off while you're only part way through it. I have a feeling not. I know in Flashpoints it gets really dicey. Like if you start a Flashpoint, sometimes you'll come back to it and it'll reset or something like that. I don't honestly know exactly what the rules are. Like I don't know if all quests reset or only some of them do, or only if you log out, or I really have no idea. If anyone knows exactly what the rules are for chapters and Flashpoints, I'd love to know, because I want to try to get back into those, do some actual difficult content again. Speaking of difficult content, I've been working on some of the most difficult content in the game. It's called Crafting for Fashion. A while ago I did a series of videos called Cool Craftable Armor, and that was a really fun series to do. I liked that a lot. I think you guys probably enjoyed seeing all the neat armors that you don't normally see. And those were just the armors that you could get directly from the crafting trainer. They weren't very difficult to get or very...
Captain.
impossible to see, I guess. They're not hidden by any means, but there's also a lot of other crafting schematics for armors, for like Sith, for Jedi, for troopers, and so on, that are a little more obscure. Like, you might not even be able to find them on the GTN, and they're not automatically available from the trainer. Like, I think the schematics come from sometimes from loot boxes, sometimes from, I think the mission skills, like underworld trading or diplomacy, the weirder ones, the ones that don't just give you materials. And I've been collecting those, not over the course of the last few months, but I've been collecting them over the course of probably 4 years. I mean, obviously I take a break in between, but I've been collecting them over time, so I have a ton of them. By no means all. They're so hard to find. Like, I was trying to do this project before I even started this channel. I was trying to collect them all, so that would be at least a minimum of 2 years ago, if not even longer, like 3 or 4. Oh, I got scared. I saw Imperial guards, and I thought, I was like, oh no, I'm going into an Imperial base, they're gonna kill me. I play too much on the Republic side. So sweet, we've picked a whole new area here with a bunch of new quests. We are in Mos Anik.
Wow, I bet you don't need a cannon to flatten a bunker. Still, this might interest you. Navy just deployed the next generation prototype of our top orbital strike weapon. She's a real beauty, let me tell you. I'm supposed to be overseeing test firing against hard targets in the area, but we're on indefinite standby until conditions improve.
Tatooine hardly seems like the best place to be doing this.
It's so out of the way, it's just about perfect, but our targets are more well protected than we anticipated. The Exchange is seriously entrenched out here, but they're protecting their strongholds with a wide area signal jammer. It means our targeting systems are useless, even the handheld close-up targeters.
You want this jammer taken out of the picture?
You got it in one. Once that jammer's out of commission, we can blow up anything we want, anytime we want. You with me on this? You could be the first to debut this beauty's 10-kiloton Roth.
What a delightful suggestion.
You're honouring the entire project with your support, my lord. The Exchange leaders are the only ones with access to the jammer. Their security spikes would let you shut it down. With the jammer out of commission, you can use this targeter to blow any Exchange assets in the area sky high. Hit anything you can get in range of. Bigger the better, just don't stand too close. I'll look forward to the light show.
Let's explode some stuff. Okay. Hey, look. A lore object. Imperial Reclamation Service. Hey, I'm familiar with this through another companion we'll actually meet later. The greatest strength of the Empire comes not in the form of weapons or armies, but in the awesome power of the dark side. Understanding this, the Dark Council created the Imperial Reclamation Service to scour the galaxy in search of legendary Sith artifacts. Since its early days, the service has expanded its mission to include any ancient object, technological or religious, from any culture, so long as it empowers the Empire. Oops, sorry for Javiik burning down that beautiful tapestry. Technically a division of the military, the Reclamation Service is comprised of a mix of scholars and archaeologists working alongside experienced officers given a crash course in history. Although sometimes regarded with suspicion or derision by the rank-and-file soldiers, the Sith Lords and senior officials understand the Reclamation Service has the potential to single-handedly change the galactic struggle. On Imperial-controlled worlds, the service has the resources and authority to oversee massive excavations if evidence suggests valuable artifacts may be unearthed. On neutral and Republic-aligned worlds, however, they must rely on covert methods to claim lost treasures before they fall into the hands of the enemy. And I believe that is the Lord SWTOR, the Sith who we were talking to earlier, is a part of that division.
Oh, my lord, it's so good you're here. Band of filthy Jawas cracked into one of the Zerka Corporation's abandoned compounds we recently unearthed. Made off with every droid in the place.
And you expect me to help?
The Jawas may have foiled the ideal recovery of these artifacts, but that doesn't mean the Empire can't still benefit from the technology. You see, the stolen droids activated. Now they're systematically hunting down everything around the Jawas' derelict sandcrawler. I've observed their behaviors becoming refined, more efficient. Honestly, it looks like they're learning from trial and error.
That's somewhat intriguing.
If these droids are adaptive and self-coordinating, their applications would be innumerable. Scanning the architecture of the droids' memory cores should give us more insight into their uniform design and their individual differences. Can the Reclamation Service count on your support?
You sure?
Somebody needs to find out what's going on here.
It's unlikely that the droids will stand idle while you attempt to take a reading. Disabling them will be necessary. Just try not to damage their memory cores while you're taking the fight out of them.
Okay, smash them, but don't smash them too hard. Get it?
This is preposterous. How can the so-called cream of the Imperial military fail against a bunch of alien savages? I'll have to have the entire company executed for ineptitude. Have you any idea how much paperwork that requires? This would be laughable if it weren't the end of my career.
Wow, the first option is mind yourself, slave. Yeah, let's go with that.
I'm quite certain I didn't say, please, expendable worm, tell me about your life.
My apologies, my lord. One of our transports carrying some critical data was shot down over the Dune Sea. So far, our best and brightest have been unable to handle the Sand People. We can't even approach the crash site.
I suppose I could do battle with some savages.
You'll... Hell? Really? Assuming the idiot natives haven't fed it to a bantha or something, everything we need is in the ship's black box. If it's not at the crash site, the savages have likely carried it off.
That was a beautiful line. Brought a tear to my eye. Oh right, so I'm working on crafting one of every armor set that is... Sorry, I can't see my screen. My freaking microphone is wonderful and it catches everything of my voice, but it takes up literally one third of my screen there. I have to like peer around it to see half the map. And so there's all these kind of armor sets that I haven't seen before. I don't think they're like armor sets that have never ever been seen before, but they're ones that you might not have run across before. I think a lot of them are similar to old heroic armors. Ooh, cave, but I don't think I need to go in there. What am I doing here? I need to scan droids and recover data spikes. Okay, scan droids. Scan droids. Scan droids. Do I have to kill them first? Oh, nope. Don't kill them first. Let's see. Oh yeah, kill them first. There we go. Oi, oi, oi.
You okay?
And it's been a real trial trying to craft these. It's been very interesting because many of the schematics I didn't have, or you can't find on the GTN, or you can't find anyone who's actually crafted the finished results on the GTN, so I couldn't even just buy them. And, oh, apparently my droid scanning wasn't working. Try this again. Am I like not standing still long enough because I'm impatient? Ah, no data retrieved. I don't want random chance. Oh, memory core damaged. No data retrieved. Am I missing something here? Do I need to like stun them? Or am I just getting unlucky? Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's just a matter of luck. I don't really like quests like that. Not a huge fan of just randomly picking things up. Luckily, this is definitely a side quest, so if you don't want to do this kind of quest, you can totally skip it. So some of these schematics I can't even find. Some of them are apparently considered archived, like a lot of the belts and bracers of the set. I don't know exactly what makes something archived. I've still even found the schematics on the GTN sometimes of the schematics that are considered archived. So I'm not entirely sure like what that even means, which is really weird. Something about a data spike? Oh. That was a transport. I don't want to go to the heroic yet. I want to go the hard way. Hopefully this droid will have one. I don't want to spend the next 3 years of my life killing droids. But it's been fun. I'm looking forward to the final project of that one. Right now I'm working on videos about gearing up at level 70, really digging into that some of more difficult content that no one really has out there. There's no really simplified, extensive guides out there that I could find. Lots of bits and pieces, but nothing quite like what I'm up to. And really excited to be showing you guys that finally. Got the first video out, just a very basic overview of how to gear up at level 70 in Star Wars, the Old Republic, the game we all love. And the next one that's going to come up, I'm hoping either this weekend or next weekend, probably next weekend, is going to be about how to gear up fast and efficiently. Like, what are the best ways to gear up? Because a lot of us just want to get that sweet gear and not take 3 years getting it. Unfortunately, there's not a huge amount of tips in that regard, but I will break down the basics of the fastest ways to do things and things you should do to make it even faster. Oh, I forgot to actually scan these droids. Darn it, it's gonna take me forever if I do it this way. Oh, for those, I think this actually happened a couple episodes ago, but for those of you who know SWTOR Central, he is probably the second biggest YouTuber who focuses on SWTOR compared to my channel. And he was the person who I was really looking up to most when I was making videos, because he was doing so well. He has decided to step down from making videos and streaming to focus more on his job and his family. So we will wish him a warm farewell. Oh, this area is really cool. It's where you do the Eric Jorgen quest for the trooper. But for Sam, cover data spikes. What are they from? Exchange weapon specialists. How about you? How about you? You're a gun technician, sure. And so he has decided to pass his channel on to another content creator for Star Wars: The Old Republic, and his name is Peter. If you've never run into him before, his old channel was called the SWTOR Guy. He's from Hungary. He's got a lot of passion for the game. He's obviously not Sam, but we'll wish him luck taking over the channel. He's already been doing quite a few streams. I caught a really fun one today, earlier in the day, that he was doing a trivia stream. Oh, you guys, if you've been to any event I've hosted, you should know that I love trivia a lot, especially SWTOR trivia, so I was like really happy that he did that. He had I don't know how many questions he had, but he had a ton. He had enough to be like giving questions out for an hour. I was like, whoa. Am I getting stuff? Am I getting spikes? Nope. No spikes so far. Oh, these are the specialists. I see. Specialist is a title, not a generic thing. So you need to die and give me your stuff. Sweet!
Thought I'd lost you there.
And here's some more. Who else in the YouTube and podcast world have people been up to? Oh, if you have any interest in E3, and E3 is a big games conference that all the major studios preview new stuff, talk about what they're working on, show demos of games that are coming out soon. And Kidlee, who also makes Star Wars The Old Republic videos, his channel is KIDLEE, if you just pop that in Google, did some really good coverage of what happened at E3, and he did some live streams of it that are pretty fun to watch. And so if you were ever curious about what happened in E3 2018, and he'll probably cover it next year in 2019 too, I can't imagine he wouldn't. Oh, there's a chest in there. Oh, I'm stuck in a pole. All of our podcasting friends are all still just podcasting away. The Bad Feelings podcast, Escape podcast, Passionately Casual podcast, The Usual podcast, Probably Forgot Somebody podcast. Oh, right. And of course, Houdini Cast. They're all just steadily working on their podcast, doing either their weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly releases as they do. So if you're looking for something fun to listen to, just Google the words SWTOR podcast, and they're great to listen to like at work if you work at a desk job or something like that, or in the car if you have a long commute or a bus ride. I listen to them at work. I do a lot of stuff at work I probably shouldn't be doing. That's okay. I get lots of work done too. I recently redid my website a little bit. It's Swtorista.com.
Nice.
It'll be a little easier to find some of the different guides that I've made in the past. These are text guides, a majority of them, not video guides, because the video guides, you guys should know how to find them by now. They're on YouTube, where we are right now. Shh, don't tell anyone. Oh, okay, did we do it? Tag the comm relay for orbital strike. Okay. Let's blow it up. Over here? Tag comm relay. We're not close enough. Crap. Maybe I have to be outside the wall here. You can't see me, I must. Ah, nope. I just want to tag the wall. Oh, why is there so many people that need to die? What have I been doing in my real life? I have been very quite busy. I did something a little more sober than normal. A friend of the family's father passed away, so they asked me if I could make them. Why am I not close enough? What am I blowing up? Am I blowing up this solar panel right here? They asked me to make, I guess, a funeral invitation. I'm not quite sure what the correct word would be, with like a photo of their loved one who passed away and information about where to go. It was very nice to be able to use my. Oh, okay, finally. Run, Javiik, run! Kablooey! That was pretty anticlimactic, sorry. And they said they were very touched that I did it for them. It made me happy. I could use my. Normally my skills are very not personal. They're for business or for fun, and that's about all I can use them for. My basic graphic design skills or my technical skills. So it was nice to be able to do something to actually help someone in a time of need. That doesn't really happen too often in my industry. It'd be like someone asking, like, can you please program something for my father's funeral? And the answer is usually no, you don't do anything like that. It would be really weird if you did. This weekend we are going to go to Disneyland. I feel like such a spoiled brat that I get to go to Disneyland fairly often. We're quite lucky. If you have a family member who works in Disneyland, it doesn't have to be like a good job, it can be like a minimum wage job, then you get, they can bring in people to the park for free fairly often. Like, I don't know what the actual number of times is, but it's like more than like once or twice a year by a lot. And so I believe a good chunk of our family, whoever's available, is going to go this weekend. So I'm really looking forward to that. We used to go like as often as possible when I first moved here, but we've just been busier. So we haven't gone in quite a while. There's a bunch of changes to the park since we last went. There's a what they're calling Pixar Fest, celebrating Pixar.
I'm gonna blast Wilkes to pieces just as soon as we find him.
I'll help. I like blasting.
Well, well, Andronikos Revel. I'm surprised they let you out of Imperial prison. And you brought a Sith to help you. How cute. But see these guys? They'll crush you and your Sith.
Yeah, I do see your clones. Why do you have clones?
I'm not cute. I'm deadly.
Let me guess. You're here for the artifact. The one the Empire was so keen on getting just before I crushed Andronikos. Would you believe he called me a nobody? A worthless, mangy, skinny little nobody. So I took his ship, his crew, his cargo, his blasters, and what else? Oh, his girl. Who's nobody now, Nikki?
I'm gonna rip out your throat and laugh while you try to scream.
I must know where the artifact is first.
You'll never beat me, and you'll never get your artifact. Boys, kill the Sith, but keep Andronikos alive. I'll want to play with him a little longer.
I'm not cute. I'm deadly! Oh, I'm frozen. I love that. You can, I wish he put that cryo grenade on me again, but you could see like the reflection of my lightsaber on it, my lightning on it, and it was changing colors. Take my cuteness and die. This guy got a shield on him? Oh, he does. Armor increased for 35 seconds. Oh, there you go. You can see it over here, the different lightning blasts on it. Oh, how rude.
You idiots! You'll never get it now. Not the artifact, not the blasters, nothing.
I think we knocked the sense out of him.
You're so stupid. The great Andronikos Revel chases me across 5 planets only to fail. He even gets a Sith on his side, and they both fail.
Talk sense.
The artifact, it's cursed. It's cursed.
Yeah, I figured that one out.
They took it, just like I took it from you. Took it all. The blasters, the artifact, the money.
Where did they take it?
You'll never get to them. They went out into the deep desert. They left weeks ago. The Sand People will eat you before you ever catch them.
I've heard enough. Now give me one good reason not to blast your teeth through the back of your skull.
Options. I'm assuming there's some dark and light here. Yes, please kill him. 2, calm down. Or 3, just kill him yourself. Javiik got pretty much what he wanted, so...
There's no need to blast anyone's teeth through anyone's skull.
I came for my revenge. I'm gonna have it. And it'll be bloody.
Let it go. Let it go. So Javik's really a do as I say, not as I do kind of person.
He's not worth it.
I haven't been chasing this son of a hut halfway across the galaxy to back down now.
One of the answers is, are you glad you did it?
Was it really worth it?
Fine. Whatever you say.
Never thought I'd see the big bad Andronikos Revel lower his blaster like that.
Get out of here, Wilkes. I never want to see that overgrown wart you call a face again.
Sure thing, Nicky. And good luck in the deep desert.
Nikki.
Idiot. Lost your artifact and my special-made blasters. Just wait until I get my blaster pointed at those thieves.
Less talking, more hunting.
Come on, the sooner we get out there, the better chance we have of showing them thieves what's what.
Hey, I got a new outfit. Very,
But I
very
lost you
important.
there.
Oh, level 43. Let's see. Not better than what I have. Let's take a look what it looks like, though. Don't laugh at my goofy helmet. It's kind of similar to that one we had before, huh? I think so. Oh, here's the one we had before. It is similar. We'll just hold on to it for looks' sake. That's how we roll. Just not in this specific outfit. We're not rolling anywhere in that. So I am looking forward to going to Disneyland. Gonna go on the rides. My favorite ride is the roller coaster. Space Mountain roller coaster. I like that. It makes you feel like you're in outer space. It's very, very cool. And you know what? We'll kill these guys, and then I think it's time to call this a night. And then we'll finish up the quest in this area, and then we'll head to the deep desert of Tatooine. So I'll see you guys later. Hope you have a good night. Bye!